Hello everybody and welcome to another pomade review. So the pomade that we're going to be looking at today is Strong Brave Attitude Heavy Hold. So I was prepared to hate this pomade because the Strong Brave Attitude Water Base is the absolute worst pomade I have ever used. No question about that. So I was prepared to hate this pomade, but you know what? The way I look at it, it's an Indonesian pomade, and there are, I guess the way I could put it is there are worse Indonesian pomades. You know, is it a good pomade? Not really. But is it bad? No, it's somewhere in the middle between, it's where it's not good, but it's not bad. So it's kind of in the below average area. But anyway, you know, now I normally don't talk about labeling unless the labeling is either really good or the labeling's really bad. And the labeling on this stuff is pretty ridiculous. So it's kind of like, I don't know what they use, but they use some type of zoom in tool when they're printing their labels, and it looks almost like pixely when you look close into it. And it's a wolf with a hair pompadour jelly roll thing, which sounds like a good idea, but just comes out looks kind of dumb. So packaging is pretty weak. Pretty bad packaging. But anyway, the pomade on the inside is right there. It's orange. And the scent is, I read somewhere that they said the scent was surf wax. Now, I don't know what that smells like, but it smells pretty nice. So I do enjoy the scent, but it's a short pour, which is lame. I hate short pours. But anyway, what are you going to do? So pomade scoops out with some, you got to put some pressure into it, but considering it's a heavy hold, not bad at all. And then the way it applies in the hand, it emulsifies. It's a bit clumpy, but with some more heat and pressure added to it, the clumpiness does go away. So not terrible breakdown, you know, it could be better, but not necessarily bad breakdown. And same thing with the scooping out. You know, scooping out isn't bad, but it's not great, you know, just not bad, I guess you could say. You know, I know the phrase not bad is thrown around when something is like, oh, not bad. But this stuff more is just in the realm of where it actually just isn't good, but it isn't bad. So, but some positives are that scent, it definitely, you can smell it a lot on yourself. I enjoy the scent a lot, so that definitely is a bonus. So the build-up on this stuff, it was, once again, you know, just everything with this pomade, but once again was not really good, but not really bad, you know. Some of it washed out where it wasn't overly waxy, but then again, you know, it still had some residue build up in there. So it just wasn't not good, not bad. So the shine on here is, I'd say, better than what I expected. You know, the shine is about, I'd say, one notch down from a medium shine, but not necessarily a low shine. So decent enough shine. So not good, not bad. So I'm gonna get to styling my hair. You know, I've been trying to play around with my hair and see what different styles I want to do. And yesterday I did a kind of slick back type deal, and that worked out well. So I think I'm gonna stick with that today. But anyway, yeah, with this product, you know, as far as Indonesian pomades go, I've been disappointed many times by many Indonesian pomades. But, you know, this stuff, I'd say, it's not the worst I've ever used. It's not making a big difference or anything, you know, not changing anything. It's not a must-have or anything like that. It's just okay. And, you know, looking back on this stuff and the way it performed, it reminded me of a kind of a not as good Schmear Heart, because with Schmear Heart, that stuff, you know, was all around pretty nice. You know, scoops out easy, got easy breakdown, easy application, nice heavy hold. This stuff is, you know, scoops out easy, breakdown just a bit clumpy, but all around decent shine, you know, and it's similar. So it's kind of like a not as good Schmier Heart. Now, this pomade is only $12, you know, which you could say, oh, that's a deal compared to if you're going to get a Schmier Heart. But Schmier is 4.5 ounces, and this is like a short pour, so it's only 3. So I'll leave that up to you for interpretation, whether you think it's worth it or not. But anyway, final verdict on Strong Brave Attitude Heavy Hold. So I guess this is something I don't really put into factor many times, but packaging is pretty bad, pretty ridiculous. But then, you know, the pomade in and of itself, it's not terrible. It's not bad. But is it necessarily good? No. It's in this kind of awkward middle ground where it's, you know, there's superb, excellent, really good, good, bad, and it's like right here. So it's kind of more on the lower side of whether a pomade is good or not, but compared to stuff I've had from Indonesia, it's a lot better than most. So anyway, I got this at Hedgeline, so you can go there if it seems like something you'd be interested in. You know, I have to say, you know, probably the strongest point for this stuff is the scent is quite nice. So anyway, there you have it. Strong Brave Attitude, Heavy.